Hello my dear friends, I am Shasika Patel. Welcome you all in Deepam, Gyan, Kranti, the treasure of knowledge powered by Deepam English Institute. Today in this video, we will discuss about the chapter that is the part of SY.Com V.N.S.G.U University, and the book is Silver Lining. Now our chapter is Good Manners and that is written by J.C.Hill. Friends, manners शब्द जो है that is very popular nowadays. Whenever we are going, wherever we are going, we are able to listen only the word manners, manners, manners. And even the people are saying you are mannersless, you are mannersless. So what is manners? How we can develop the manners in ourselves? That we have to see in this chapter. Now before we start the summary of this chapter, first we will discuss about the author, and the author is J.C.Hill. Now what is the full form of J.C.Hill? That is John Cathell's Hill. So John Cathell's is the full form of J.C.Hill or full name of J.C.Hill. Now he was born on 12 December 1857. His mother's name was Eliza and father's name was Robert Hill. So that is the personal detail of Robert J.C. Hill. Now when he was only 17 years old, he left his home and became a self-employed journalist and carpenter and a joiner. So you have to remember that thing. So when he was only 17 years old, he left his home. If we are talking about the famous work of J.C. Hill, so we can note that an introduction of the citizenship, that is the main work of or famous work of J.C. Hill, and he was died on April 5th 1915. So it is the major or we can say primary information about J.C. Hill. Now as far as this chapter Good Manners is concerned, that is also an extract which is taken from an introduction of citizenship. Now friends, I use one word extract. So what is extract? Extract matlab a small part, अंश. Okay, so that is taken from an introduction of citizenship. So you have to remember, may be possible that in 1 marks the question will be there that Good Manners is taken from where or from which book. So an introduction of citizenship. So that is the extract and that is here given to you in your syllabus, that is Good Manners. So when the story open, Good Manners, so it start with a story of a young man like you and like us, okay, like new generation. So it starts the story of the young man. Now that young man feels very proud of himself, okay, because he was very healthy and even he does his work actively. So he feels very proud. Of course, we as a human beings or we as a youngster, we never want anyone to tell against us. We are always feel proud on us, and sometimes what we are doing, we are right, okay, we are thinking like that. So he does proud. He feels proud on himself because he does all his work very actively. And one more thing that is applied on the generation of young generation like us, that he has no sympathy. उसके पास कोई sympathy नहीं थी. He is a very, you can say, mannerless person, we can say, and he is always uninterested in a folk like the old and helpless people. Means he doesn't like to help the old as well as the needy people. So of course, I already told to you, we can say it's a helpless being or we can say mannerless. Now one day what happened, he feels sick and he is suffering from influenza, and because he is suffering from influenza, he feels very weak, okay, of course, because of the illness, now he feels very weak. And what happened, one day he was traveling in the bus, and at that time he observed that so healthy and even strong people sat on the seats, and he was very weak, then also he has to stand. And earlier we had discussed that earlier he also did the same thing. He never saw the pity, he never shows the manners towards the old person. So at that time he realized, he will got back his strength after some days. Matlab, we are youngsters, so whatever the problems we have, we can get the solution back or we can get our strength back. But those people will never get back theirs. Those people, matlab those old people, अगर एक बार हम पास हो गई एज, then we will not get the recovery very soon. So the same thing here also, he realized what he realized कि he will get back his strength very soon. But the old people, those who are now very much old, they cannot get their back that energy. So that is what lesson we learn from this story, that we have to always help the old people. Those who are very weak, we have to help them. So that is the small story. Now as in the same chapter, in forward, there is one more we can say manners, that is given speaking in company. Now suppose if you are doing the work or doing the job in the company, then also you have to be a manners. Okay, you should have the manners while you are working in the company also, and you have to remember certain things, and that same things described by him here. We should speak clearly and sufficiently loud for others to hear. We should have to speak very clearly. Whatever you want to tell, it should be very much clear, and your voice is also sufficient loud that everybody can understand. It is not too high, it is not too low. Sometimes what happen, if you are speaking too high, so it is like you are shouting, and if you are speaking very slow, then nobody can pay attention on you. So it should be sufficient enough. Then not talk too much, give chance to others. Sometimes what happen, you know very well that our leaders, political leaders, if they get the mic, then over, आपको पता ही है. So I don't want to discuss on that, but if you are doing the job in company, you have to remember that whatever you are speaking, it's not too much, okay, and give the chance to others also. फिर हमारे यहाँ पे क्या होता है, that if anyone get the mic, then half hour, 1 hour, still it is going on. So don't do that kind of thing. It is not the good manners, okay. Then one must watch out for certain signs in order to be labeled as a well-mannered person. Sometimes what happen, that the person in front of you, matlab audience, they are not giving like you stop or you sit down, but they are giving certain signs. So we have to understand that sign, and if you understand that sign, you have to understand that sign, and you have to make yourself as a well-mannered person. So that is also very important thing. They will give equal opportunity to others for their views and feelings. Give equal opportunity to everyone. It is not like that this is your own mic. Everyone has a chance to speak, and it is not like that. If you have one topic, so if 5 students are there or 5 people are there, so everyone has a different point of view about that topic. So give the chance to everyone and give equal opportunity. If we speak some object, we should aware of the fact that the listener might have a different idea about what we are talking. Okay, suppose you are talking about one person or one thing, one topic. So it is not like that you are always right. Your point of view is always right. Sometimes what happens, the other people have also the good views. So we have to give the chance to them also. And here he give one example of the well-known American writer, that is Thoreau. And he give the example of socialism. Socialism is a one word according to us. But he said that socialism is not only one word, but the point of views are totally different. For someone, socialism means what? State control of commerce and industry to someone. Okay, otherwise for another hand, it is like it might be robbing rich and serving the poor people. So everyone has a different meaning for one word. It is not like that manner means, suppose I have mannered means good things, good habit, but for another it is different. So everyone has different meanings and different point of view. What we think to be true need not always to be true. According to us something is true, and in our mind it is definitely true. कभी कभी आपको लगता है कि मैं 100% right हूँ, but it is not possible every time. Sometimes what happen, maybe you will be wrong. Okay, so that is depend on the views of others. Now it is a very important thing, and I told to you that everyone has a different meaning, and whatever we are thinking, that is not like that ki it's always right. Every coin has two sides. So maybe possible that for someone you are positive thinker, for someone you are negative thinker. So that is depends on the others. Truth is never one-sided game. I told to you that coin has two sides. So even truth is never of one-sided game. It takes two to speak the truth, टू पर्सन चाहिए. वन कैन नॉट स्पीक द ट्रूथ बाय सेइंग व्हाट वन थिंक्स इज ट्रूथ. वी कैन नॉट से दैट दिस इज द ट्रू, बट इवन द पर्सन दोज who are in front of you and they believe that whatever you are saying that is true, that is definitely true. But if you are thinking that I am true, I am right, so that is of my point of view, but सबके point of view में वो जो truth है वो truth रहेगा. At that time only it is truth. So you have to remember that thing when you are speaking in the company or when you are doing the job in the country. Now further in this chapter, J.C.Hill discussed about our understanding ourselves. Friends, understanding ourselves, that is also very important thing, and he give us the advice like to understanding ourselves before teasing or talking ill about others. This you have to remember, and we all have to remember, because we have a very bad habit to always teasing and talking ill about the other person. So he give us the suggestion, and he give one more example for that, an old woman. Now the thing is that one boy is there and he wears scout uniform, but on the other hand that lady want to confirm with the boy that whether in the scout uniform you are boy or not. At that time what happened, being a young, that boy teased that old woman, and even we can say respect nahi di. Okay, so that we have to remember. We should train ourselves to remain calm even if some person asks us irritating questions, especially the old people. This has happened with us so many times that if anybody asks us the question and that is maybe it is personal or maybe it is baseless, then we are very much irritating. Okay, and we are always try to give the answer in a negative way, so that we have to avoid. We have to be a calm in any of the conditions, especially old person. If you are dealing with the old person, then you have to remember that thing, because may be possible that sometimes their questions are very much irritating to us, but on that same situation we have to be a calm. We have to give the answer properly and we have to prove ourselves. Then avoid to be rude and impolite behavior towards the older people. One more important thing, that don't avoid to do certain kind of, you can say, rude behavior or impolite behavior. We are doing the same thing. Even we are doing the rude behavior with our parents also, we are with our teachers also, but especially we have to ignore all that thing. We have to avoid the rude and impolite behavior. Then further in the chapter he give one more example, like one not call the person old fool. The thing is like that one young school boy going on a cycle, or we can say he is doing the cycling. At that time one old person try to cross the road and he cannot cross the road, and that's why that young cyclist give abusing and he tell foolish person. But we have to think in a positive way. Maybe possible that now he is became very much old, that's why he became weak, or second condition is that he cannot hear the sound properly, or third one even we can guess that maybe in past he was the soldier and he faced so many problems, that's why he is facing right now. So we have to think from all the sides. We cannot tell that person directly old fool. And he give one more suggestion, that may be possible that we will in future we will call if some schoolboy made fun on us in our old age. Sometimes it is possible, even we are not sure about our future. Right now we are young, we can do everything, but in future anyone can make a fun on us. So we have to remember that. So good manners come from sympathy and understanding our own limitations. That is most important thing. How we can learn good manners? So good manners we can learn from sympathy to another, towards others, and understanding ourselves. Understanding ourselves playing important role. Okay, if we cannot understand ourselves, then we cannot expect from any other person that they can give or they can understand to us. Okay, so self understanding is again more important thing. Then in the further chapter he gave one more example and suggestion, like no man really understands himself. Even nobody can understand himself, and there is always possibility to us being like mistaken. Sometimes it is possible that according to our point of view we are right, but from another point of view or from another person we are wrong. So there is always possibility, but we have to take in a positive way. And he gave the example of bull. Like once what happened, the students are shown a picture of bull, and with the help of that picture they have to criticize. Now according to some students, the tongue of the bull was out, and according to the some students that it was not out, it was just like because that bull turned to side and the ear is looking like tongue. So according to both point of view they are right. So don't do the argument on that. And one more important thing we can say, whenever we argue with somebody about a point, think that always there is a chance of us to be wrong. It is not like right every time, that whatever we are thinking, whatever our point of views are there, whatever ideas are there, thoughts are there, they are always right. Okay, sometimes it is possible that we are wrong, and we can say that it's a very simple example. If I have two triangle, so from someone's point of view it is two triangle, while other can say it's a star, so both are right. Same with 6. So for someone it is 6, but for someone it is 9. So everyone is right. Okay, we cannot judge any person, or we cannot tell to anybody that you are wrong here, because with the help of his point of view it is star, while for the point of view of others it is two triangles. So both are right. Then take care of what we argue and speak. Whatever we are speaking, whatever argument we are doing with the person, that we have to very much take care and understand about it. And understand the truth. If we are understanding the truth, that here I told you both the logics are right, so we have to understand the truth. And if we understand the truth, then so many problems and arguments will be solved, and even there is no condition of anger also. So we have to understand the truth. Further, he give one more example and one more suggestion, like what odds did the parents and teachers face in their lives. That is a very important point, because we are belonging to the young generation, but whatever our parents face in their life, that we have to learn. Okay, because they will not try to tell us, we have to understand that what was their condition in that time. And if we learn one time now friends, then definitely we will learn the good manners. To further, J.C.Hill said that we are all fragile little things in this dangerous world. Okay, we are a very small insect on this world. Actually ऐसा बोले कि हमारा कोई presence ही नहीं है, then also I am absolutely right, because the world is too large and we are a very small part of that, and we are staying, or we will staying on this planet for a very short time. How much time you will live here? One day we have to go. Okay, so we have to live very short time here. So behave politely and try to please and help as many as possible. So during that small life, we have to try that we will help to the maximum people, and whatever the people or how many people around us, the people, those who are around us, we will try to please them. यहाँ पे please करना means happy. Okay, to help them. You know the example of saint and trees and all that. Okay, if we are throwing the stones to the trees, then also they are giving us the fruits and you can say flowers and all that thing. So we have to remember, and we are a very small insect and we have to live a very small life on this earth. That's why it is saying कि जिंदगी में आप कितने खुश है वो महत्वपूर्ण नहीं है, पर आपकी वजह से कितने खुश है वो ज्यादा important है. So we have to learn that and we have to remember that. Now we had discussed so many points in this chapter, especially that J.C.Hill told us, but now finally the question come that from where the good manners come, because you told me that ma'am from the beginning of the video you are telling good manners, good manners, good manners, but how can it actually come from? So the good manners come from having sympathy for others. When we had earlier discussed about the example of that young man. So having sympathy for others, then understanding our limitations. If we understand our limitations, then we will definitely give respect to the others. Then one more thing, truth. Truth is very important. I earlier told to you that truth has never one side. Okay, it's two-sided. So truth, then give up pride and learn to be humble. That is very important thing. I give the example of tree. You should have to leave the proud and be the humble one. Then and then you can say that I have a good manners. That's why it is saying ना, we all are men, but हमें man से human being बनना है. We all are beings, men, okay, per people, but we have to be a human being. Then help everyone, especially the old person. Help to the needy people, especially the old people, okay, and don't hurt the people. That is more important thing, okay. Within a small matters, we are hurting the people by speaking or by our actions, all that thing. So we have to remember that thing. Then definitely we can say that we are a good labeled person, or good जो manners है, that we nobody can teach you. You have to feel. If you feel from your depth of the heart, then and then you can learn the good manners. So that is nicely described by J.C.Hill in the chapter Good Manners. I think now the concept is clear in your mind, but still you have any doubt, then you write in comment box. So I will definitely try to solve your queries, because we believe in get knowledge and share knowledge. And one important thing, friends, if you like this video, then please like it, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe our channel. Till then, goodbye, have a nice day and take care.